I call this a book, okay, it serves as a symbol that it is a recognizable thing, that they have words in here and we can read them. But as soon as I label it a book, then it ceases to be anything else. Are you following me? It couldn't be anything else. It couldn't be a cherry, or it couldn't be a chair. It has to be a book. But there's much more to it. But we get so attached to these symbols and the ideas that we have been taught environmentally, through DNA. Of course, our cosmic rain has come from millions of years. So we're bringing on collective stuff, and we're bringing on personal stuff, and we're bringing on individual stuff, and then we're getting into that self-intoxication stuff. The deal is to shed it all back. The one thing we get, let's do it like this. We get those situations that are so bad in our lives, so bad. I mean, we think, boy, you're in the life of Pi, that's one of them. But, and what you want to do is either to have it resolved, hurry up and go away. Of course, you want it to be beneficial for you when it is resolved. You know, you want the outcome to be the best it can be for you. And never, never forget that. But we won't stay in that disaster, if you will, or calamity, or whatever it would be. You know, the loss. There's nothing in the world could be worse than death, except divorce, if the person won't turn it loose because it's a living death. But all of these things happen, and yet we continue to believe that there is something that we could have done to prevent it from happening, or to have, if it couldn't be prevented from happening, that we can somehow come into our minds and resolve the situation, that it was either so bad that I couldn't tolerate it, or it was so wonderful, whatever. I mean, go either way you want to go. The point is, you're all the time trying to make your intellect so that you can live inside of your body with this instinct. But this instinct is the most prevalent. Why? Because you are made of the earth. And sister, brother, and all the animals who abound, you're going to stay here when you leave. Your body's going back to the earth. And even if you are cremated, your ashes will be scattered. So though your spirit, you know, the 5 grams, anybody see that movie years ago? It was a wonderful movie. That will leave. But your body, the body of the instinct, the animal, is going to remain on this earth. It is our living earth. I talk to my grandchildren all the time when we walk. Pay homage. You talk about thanking. You know, when I say don't say thank you, I do that on a lot of shows. If you're going to thank anything, you thank the earth. You thank the birds. You thank the air. You thank the rain. You thank anything except somebody walking on 2 legs. Never, ever, ever be grateful to anyone that is on 2 legs, because that person did whatever he or she wanted to do when he or she did it at that moment. He or she received a blessing at that moment and does not need your gratitude added onto it. That's again going back to the Bible, saying you don't add or take away anything. The experience is sufficient. Jesus, God, my grace is sufficient for thee for the day thereof. Okay? You don't need to see your hand. Anytime you see your hand, you know that you are interfering with being able to suck the life out of the moment that is occurring. All right, I've covered that. Don't let your eyes betray you. So where are we going from here? I might, Mitzi, let's see. Let's see if we can go into, let's do a little Osho. We'll just do him, see how he's going to fall into the deal. Having a little difficulty with that card. What was it? Let's see what it is. Oh. The Master. Having a little bit of difficulty with the master. All right. Mitzi, give me a number. You know, I think there's 78 here, but give me a number. Don't make me work too hard. What number you want? 33. Yeah, you made me work too hard. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's one of those T's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 makes 33. I would think so. Turning in. Turning in. Yeah, there you go. That looks good. Turning in. That's what we've been talking about the entire time, this whole hour. What was that one about? Well, let me go back to my little paper. Never know what it says. If you're afraid to turn it loose, it has already turned you loose. So if you were not tuned in to yourself, then you would absolutely believe that your world was devastated, had crumbled, and that you were not going to be able to make it. Something that you would not turn loose of. You were holding on to it so tight. The grapes of wrath, you know, with Lenny that crushed the little rabbit. He's so pretty, he's so pretty. Wrong words, same message. But if you do not turn in, absolutely turn in to what's going on beneath what your eyes are telling you that's going on, you will be devastated, you will be miserable, you will be lonely, you will be scared, you will be jealous, you will be even vengeful. You know, there's vengeful. You want to get somebody back. You're going to pay them back for what they've done to you, he or she has done to you. So this card, turning in, let's see what the book is going to add to that. Turning in, it's a number 4. Number 4. Number 4, turning in. So it is the 4 of Cups. In another way, it's the 4 of Cups. Oh, maybe I just look at the page number. That'd be easier. 102. 102. Let's see what it says. Well, that says, how about that? 104. It's really 104. All right. Turning inwards is not a turning at all. Going inwards is not a going at all. I love this. I love it. But in your mind, because you hear the words turning in, you know, it means, okay, you got to do something. You got to stop doing something. You got to allow that which you are putting so much emphasis in to know that that is not being, doing, having, that's a distraction. It's just a distraction. That's all it is. All right. Turning inwards simply means that you have been running after this desire and that desire, and you have been running and running and running, and you have been coming again and again to frustration. Exactly what we've been talking about. That each desire brings misery, that there is no fulfillment by running, that you never reach anywhere. Contentment is impossible because you've got an idea that you want something, and because you want something, you're going to be disappointed. Back to that again. Let me see. Seeing the truth that running after desires takes you nowhere, you stop. Not that you make any effort to stop. If you make any effort to stop, it is again running. Now I got to go up here with that one. Let me say that again. Not that you make any effort to stop. If you make any effort to stop, could this be any clearer? If you make any effort to stop what you're doing, it is again running in a subtle way. Here you go. That's the meaning of trying. See, I'm going to go on a diet and I'm going to lose some weight. Or I'm going to go to church and I'm going to get sanctified and holy. You're already sanctified and holy. You don't have to try to be. And you don't have to go to the front of the church and go down the aisle and get saved to make a grand display for everybody to see, so they will see that you make the action because you're saved. You don't have to do anything. You have to know. You have to know. If you are afraid to turn it loose, it has already turned you loose. You've moved through that experience. That's gone. And what you're doing is reruns, leftovers. That's why you're trying. You're trying to make it stay there. You're trying to be a better person. You're trying to wait to see if he's going to be a better person. You're trying to see if he'll stop running around. That's trying. Okay, if you make any effort to stop, it is again running in a subtle way. You are still desiring. Okay. If you are making an effort to go in, you are still going out. Wow. How in the world can that make any sense? If I am trying, see, Paula, you spend all this time telling me all these beautiful things, and then I want to do it. I want to get some of that stuff, whatever you've got, because it looks like it really works for you. You can't get what I've got, and I can't get what you got. And the problem comes in if I think that I want what you have. If I look at your life, or if I see John and Mary in this wonderful marriage, and they look like they're doing so well, and I want my marriage to be like that. I can't have that. That's not what happened on July the 22nd, 1952 in Washington, North Carolina. That was not to be my particular path. See, a birth chart charts your life. It is not fortune telling. It is not of the devil any more than anything else of this earth. I keep on saying that we're animals. If you want to call us devils because we're animals, then call a snake a snake. But don't try to deny the essence of who you are. And so when you start comparing and competing and thinking that there's something else you're supposed to do other than what you're doing, or to create a life better than what you have, that's when it has turned you loose. It has already turned you loose. Because you have ceased to see what is inside of you. That's the turning in deal. Let me go back to this. If you are making an effort to go in, you are still going out. Any effort can only take you out, outwards. All journeys are outward journeys. There is no inward journey. There is no inward journey. There is no inward journey. There's nowhere to go inside of you and find that place that it is that you think that you're looking for, so that you can be enlightened and transcend whatever it is that's so bad. Replace your life with something else. It is in the moment. Whatever is happening is the tuning in, but not for a result and not for an idea that you have attached to it. Wow. What am I saying? What am I saying? Let's see. Let's go here. How about if I pull my book? Let's pull my book. But I'd have to decide what I want to focus on. Do I want to focus on the sun, or do I want to focus on the moon? Or do I want to focus on Jupiter? Well, since we're talking about, you hear these people say this all the time. And I'm really going to be very sarcastic when I say this. Let me get in full vision, Mitzi, to say this. You hear this all the time. I know I have a purpose on life. I just don't know what that purpose is. Okay? Because you're so special and you got a different purpose than somebody else. You're breathing. Okay? You're walking, if you're walking. You are here. Your life's purpose unfolds every single second that you are alive. That is the purpose. What you want to add to it and what you want to make of it, it's your story. It's your lie. Tell it like you want to. You want to tell it good, you want to tell it bad, you want to tell it in between. Tell it. But you will miss what your life's purpose is simply because you're looking for it and wanting it to be something other than what it is. You are not going to find that you are this special person who has been given these special attributes. You are just like the rest of us chickens down here, scratching around, eating a little corn every now and then guess what? They come in there and take up the hen. Well, they take your eggs, and then if you're a good enough, a fat enough chicken, they'll, like my grandma used to do, wring his neck and put him on the Sunday table. All right, I think I'm gonna go with Jupiter. You know why I'm gonna go with Jupiter? Because Jupiter represents, if anything does, your purpose in life, the reason you are alive. Here it is. Let me see. Okay. Jupiter, coming from the mode of cosmic therapy, esoteric, psychoanalytic map of astrological houses, written by Paula Andrea Pyle, master's degree. All right. Jupiter is the king daddy of the high rollers. And you know, did I bring that? No, I don't think I did this time. Thought about it though. He's the king daddy of high rollers. Now, for any of you who are gamblers or dabble in gambling, a high roller is a person who usually ends up at the craps table or baccarat and is throwing down several $1,000s. Okay, they don't hold back. They are high rollers and high losers at times.